Hi, welcome to my channel. This video is going to be about quantum mechanics again. So I will explain to you quantum mechanics. So if you know, I cut from other videos Jeff Tolkien, but this I'm subscribed to this guy, so I do not hate these guys, okay? But I must comment something to show to you what they are saying, why I'm saying, okay? So Jeff's talking. I cut like a big video. I will explain to you quantum mechanics, the movement of the waves, okay? So watch the first part and then 1 minute and something closer to true. I'm subscribed to this guy, okay? So he puts video on philosophy and these subjects. I'm telling you that the science is wrong. Einstein's wrong physics, quantum mechanics wrong physics, even classical mechanics wrong physics. So because I discovered that the Big Bang is false, so I discovered all the science is wrong. We are living in a sphere of galaxy, spherical galaxy, not a spiral, and the stars are close and we can go to the stars. This is what I'm telling you. So watch closer to true. 1 minute, something.
Jeff, it's said that if you think you understand quantum theory, then you really don't understand it because you can use it to predict things with incredible accuracy, but nobody can ever really understand it. Your work gives us a new perspective, potentially, on quantum theory. How does it work?
So I worked with Yakir Aharonov, did my PhD with him, and there's a small group of theoretical physicists that work around him. And we've been looking very deeply into the underpinnings of the whole show, into the very nature of quantum mechanics. Now, people say that if you claim, as you were just saying, if you claim that you understand it, then you really haven't. And that's a very interesting dichotomy, because it's been, even since the very beginnings of the theory, 100 years ago, people knew how to use the mathematical formalism of the theory to predict physical quantities with tremendous precision, no problem. However, when it came to asking questions about what does it really mean, what do these mathematical tools refer to, nobody actually knew the answer to that. And
after you watch that, you know, this is the way I made the videos. This is a TLC, this is important. It is important. Even I make some combinations. You see, this is apple tea, let's see, or apple juice, I don't know. I boiled some apples. That's going not to be very hot. The glass will break. Okay, so you see, I have some apples, but about quantum mechanics is very important. You see, I've told you already that the electron does not exist. I'm telling you again, the light makes combinations. You see, intersecting with light. You see, so this has a color. Everything has a color. So you are saying the quanta is some inside. You cannot see. You see, you cannot see inside this lemon. Something is covering it. So now you cannot see in a small world of atomic particles. And you see, if you have some way you'll cut this and you see inside, you see. But now if you understand, the smaller energy, the light has energy. The smaller energy that exists is a light energy. So you cannot, and the light bounces, they hit each other and bounces back. So you can see light itself. You can see how light looks like this. See, this is light. So quantum, this is the first thing. You can see inside. You can see inside of the outside. You can see outside of the inside. Okay, so you see, now I make some combinations, tones, because I'm telling you exactly right now, electron does not exist. All the combinations are made with frequencies. Let's say this is a frequency of light. It is one, because you see there is some color. They approximate like yellow something. And so now I mix some tones of color. You see, I put some lemon. Let's say put some lemon, you see. some tones of color are mixed together. And now how the waves are mixing, if the light is a wave, this has some tonality waves and this some tonality wave, how the waves are mixed, are intersecting. You see, you there is some primitive manner, is saying some crest added, like you have this big, and with the big they will add, and when it's going they subtract the waves. Okay, but first of all, let me show to you how it is lying. I will continue this, you'll see. So I explain to you quantum mechanics. So how it is lying, this from quantum mechanics. Half of current day technology comes from quantum mechanics. And ask you what the steam engine, the how is he saying that half of our current technology. So this is the standard light implied. You have some phone, you have some technology, so the physics makes it. I'm telling you that they are inventions and they are bragging with them, and basically they do not know how they are saying what they are saying. But these guys from Closer to True, I like him. I can't say I love him. He's very smart. Okay. So this is the way how they lie. Look how he's saying that half of technology comes from quantum mechanics. Look.
Over the last 100 years, it's been, the theory led to much of our modern technology. Half of our technology in our modern world came from this theory.
So if you watch that, what comes from quantum mechanics? What? The steam engine, the car, what? The aeroplane, what? Wright brothers make. What half of technology? What technology come from quantum mechanics? What? The videotape player, the TV, what? Nothing comes from quantum mechanics. Nothing. Totally squat, zero. But this procedure they employ to lie to you, this is like, it boils me, okay, with angers. This is how they were going to trick you. You have something to film with. Not Kodak made that the pictures, or what quantum mechanics did. Nothing. Squat. Totally zero. Nothing. Okay. So watch another time how he's lying. I like to see the half of technology comes from quantum mechanics. Look.
Over the last 100 years, it's been, the theory led to much of our modern technology. Half of our technology in our modern world came from this theory.
So you see, you do not believe that this is how they are entailing their science. So somebody did something and they are lying that some physics. From Newtonian physics come the bombs because Nobel made the dynamite, and the cannons were still in 1300s after Christ. It was a cannon. Okay, the Ottomans had cannons and 1300s. Okay, so if you so what comes from what the glass, what comes from quantum mechanics. So if it seems to you that I insist much more on this, but this is what is going to be the main proof that some physics is right. What came from Newton physics? Totally nothing. Squat. Zero. The glass, the metal, the plastics, all of them were inventions. The light bulb, nothing. So now you see, you watch him like 2 times. So in this manner they justify somehow that it's true something that they are saying and they are what they are making. But now let me explain to you quantum mechanics in a real manner. I've told you why the Schrödinger is false. And so you do not understand that I'm not bragging that like you see, Einstein is wrong like this. 100 grams multiplied by c squares, and you have the energy. Energy is light. I've told you. Look, it is light. Energy, it is light. There's no conversion between what it comes and the light. It is the light itself. It is energy. Okay, it is energy. And now we must understand how energy is propagated. You see, so if you want to understand, I cut from this video, I intersect, and you understand from where do you learn something, from me or from these guys. Okay, so watch another part that I cut and I insert it into my video from this closer to I don't have anything to these guys, but I want to teach you correct manner. So watch another part from him, and then you'll explain to you quantum mechanics.
Nevertheless, nobody really knew what the theory meant. And if you were asked, you were told, don't ask those questions. Nobody knows the answer. The fact is that the theory is so intuitively bizarre. It's that the progress in trying to really understand it in a deep way, there was just not much progress on these questions. So since nobody was making progress on it, all of our advisors said, well, just don't do that. Don't ask those questions. Do what we know how to do. So our group, particularly Haronov, really was trying to get deep inside of the question, what does the theory really mean? Not just how do we use it to calculate things. And
okay, after you watch that, you must understand what mechanics means. Mechanics employ the mass. An object in mass is moving. You see, has a mass, is moving. You see, is moving. Okay, and these two equations show to you that the physics is wrong from the beginning. Kinetic energy is force named by Leibniz, and force is mass times acceleration by Newton, and they are different, both of them. This is showing to you that they do not can go to orbit because it's two formulas, and they do not bomb you with bombs with Newton even, and they do not make anything with Newton. Only some engineering calculation of some breaking points of the materials if you apply some force with a mass, but not even that. Okay, so nor the car engine, nothing comes from this. So but they are bragging to you, they arrest you in the engineering time. So this is a classical mechanics. A mass times a speed, and over time. Okay, this is classical mechanics. So now lights move with this. Like can you use this to understand how light is moving? You see, light is moving. So again, they are hiding from you beyond some terms. So quantum mechanics, but they do not know. They tell you what they are moving. They're speaking about particles, and I'm telling you that the atoms themselves, like this, and synthesized matter do not exist. Okay, like in a particle manner that you are believing, with protons, electrons, like they're orbiting like this, do not exist. Okay. So now let me show to you what quantum mechanics is, how light is propagated. Light it is energy. Light makes the connection. Maybe you do not believe this, but you see, this has a light color, you see, and everything has a color. You see, and in they interact and they are mixing together. You put like sugar has a color, a water. You put and you make some combination, tonality. All of them have some tonality. So the matter is realized not with electrons, but combining themselves, but with light. But how light it is bounds together, you see. Light has many properties. In the magnetism, you see, if the light has electricity in it, you see, it is electricity, light. So it has, according to Maxwell theories, okay, there some some engineering types sound true in them, but like in Newton, but are not totally correct, okay? And even Einstein in the book is telling you that Maxwell is not applying in some cases. They knew that, okay? He made in engineering type of manner around a wire with some frequency, so an energy moves like this, makes a magnetic field like this. So this energy, I'm telling you that it is light. So the magnetic field, it is a property of light. You see, you can polarize light, has polarization, direction, and wave, and different kind of ondulating, okay, different kind of ondulating. It's three-dimensional. It can do many things. This combining and makes materials, okay, and everything. So the light itself, it makes the combination. So now watch another part from this guy, and I will speak more.
I would say that there are several major themes, several major thematic elements behind what Aharonov has done and the group has done. The first one has to do with perhaps one of the basic differences between quantum mechanics and classical physics. And this has to do with the issue of determinism. So determinism means if you know the state of some system precisely at one time, and you know the way that everything interacts with it, then classical physics tells us that you can precisely determine its future. There's no uncertainty concerning its future, and for that matter, there's no uncertainty concerning its past. The theory is deterministic. As Laplace once said, if there was an intelligence that knew the state of the universe and the way everything that interacted with it, it would be like just clockwork. It would be like a big machine. There'd be no uncertainty as to what would happen. And in quantum mechanics, the first thing that showed up is that beautiful notion went out the window completely. And famously, Einstein, he just had a lot of trouble with that. He could never accept the fact that this basic principle in classical physics, which was so useful, it allowed us to do so many things, that as a matter of principle was gone. And so he struggled with that and fought it his whole life. He coined this famous phrase, God doesn't play dice, to decide what will be the future evolution of a quantum system.
Okay, if you watch that, let me show to you in a simple manner a few kinds of waves. You believe it or not, there are waves like this. I will show to you a computer, a program computer. You believe it or not, there are some waves like this, make a square manner. Like this, they are comporting like this. You see, I will show to you how you can see sound in a program. It makes a supplementary idea. When it vibrates, the light can do this stuff. It can go like this. It can go like this. Okay. So now you are used to a classical wave, like a sinus cosinus wave, like this. Like this, you see, this is easy to put it in an equation, okay, in an equation like this, x, y, z, let's say, you see, but even this you cannot put it if you not make it a constant, okay. So if it be three-dimensional, so now in this direction is going to be this wave like in this direction, but it's going to be on this axis another one. Like this, because there can be cases like this. So I do not know how to three-dimensional represent, to draw it right now, okay. So but imagine like this one, short one is like in this direction, this in that direction. So now I combine another one that it is only in this direction, but it's a right angle like this. Like this. So it can be a wave like this. You see, one is like this, one like this, one like this, and one in that direction. I cannot I don't know how to represent it. Let's say like this, okay. okay, there could be a wave like this in all dimensions, like 3D dimensions, like this, like this, like this, like this, even like this, okay. So the light is very complex, is very complex, okay. So how these waves are propagating, okay. You see, classical mechanics, you cannot apply it. You are dealing with mass. Nobody proved that light has mass. That's why Einstein, you cannot apply it. Einstein treats energy and mass. And I've told you that it is wrong. 100 grams multiplied by c squared, you must know that you obtain the energy, because energy is a frequency, you see, and you can vary it on the same mass. So now if you have a temporal function to t1 to t0, you see, I vary it, I let it 1 year, but I can charge supplementary this, overload it, and overcharge it, okay. So Einstein's fault. I can charge this until I will melt the wires, you see. So Einstein is wrong. So then how much energy can be in a mass? You are believing somehow that you are splitting, you see this mass, okay? So now you are splitting the atoms. All of you are splitting what you do not split, okay? You are looking inside the light, you can see it, okay? And inside there's energy, and you split this mc squared. So I've told you Einstein is wrong, okay, in this manner. So, but it treats mass also. Mass times c squared equals. So, but now light does not have mass. Does not have mass. This wave is emitted and absorbed. This is the first and second thing that you must understand. This wave is absorbed and emitted without light, without mass. Look, it is absorbed in this glass. You see, can pass through it. You see, and it is absorbed and emitted without mass. So now, but this glass does not absorb any kinds of energies, any kinds of vibration. Maybe only this kind of tonalities. Maybe, you see, you can charge this and you can take electrical current. You charge it with lasers. You register what it is, the dimension of voltage or watts in it, and then you pass laser through it, and you see, because the first before Volta made a battery, they were trying even with water to charge it, to make a battery to sustain light, okay. So watch another part from this and I will speak more.
So, for example, let me give you an example to be clear about it. Suppose you have two atoms, and they start off with their electrons in an excited state. So, at some point, those electrons are going to decay and emit a photon. And the way they start out is 100% identical. The two atoms are exactly, precisely identical.
Even God couldn't tell
Even
the
God
difference.
can't tell the difference between these two atoms. And nevertheless, one of them will decay after, say, an hour, and the second atom, which is identical, will decay after a minute. There was absolutely no difference between them in the beginning, yet they behaved completely differently later on. So the first profound insight into the nature of quantum theory, into quantum mechanics, has to do with the role that boundary conditions play. Classical physics says, if you give me one boundary condition, the future is not independent of that, neither is the past. Quantum mechanics says, if you know completely one boundary condition, this does not tell you the future or the past. In fact, you can set one boundary condition in some sense independently of a future boundary condition. You have these two boundary conditions, and if you're now asking about the properties of a quantum system during the time between setting those two boundary conditions, it turns out the properties of a quantum system has tremendously richer kind of reality that shows up when you consider this fundamental difference between classical and quantum mechanics, that you can set boundary conditions, a past boundary condition and a future boundary condition, independently of each other.
Okay, if you watch that, so in Volta time they make the first battery like with piles sheets like this of metal, and the current day battery is not different. Okay, you use lithium or it's a metal, and you wrap it like this, like in spiral manner. So it is retaining electricity, and I've told you that it is light. So I'm telling you again in another manner, right? You put a solar panel outside and you move a motor directly connected in a solar panel. So the sun hits it, and where is the electron? Nowhere. Okay. So you must understand this, because the proton electron does not exist. So what is quanta? What is moving like quanta, like waves? What you see with you, what are the mass? You do not understand this, okay? So what it is moving like waves, only light. The light makes connection. The light makes all this connection. Okay. So now let me show it to you like another way, like this. Okay. Okay. This is a wave. Okay. And you see, this is another thing that you must understand. For T1 for T0, this sheet of paper can contain different kinds of waves. You see, another one, there are waves like this. You believe me, because they're all the kinds of waves like this. So now imagine that how many ways you can ondulate something. You see, if you have this, you understand that the infinite manner. I can draw infinite sheets, A4 sheets of paper with infinite kinds of geometrical wave, infinite kinds of geometrical wave, if you understand, like this, and combining with this. Like this, okay? And all of them, if you see, you understand now, if you understand that, so maybe some of this has big writing on there, so small writing. Let's say the wave looks like this one, for you to understand, like this. You see, you imagine that this is a smaller energy. Maybe because you see it is a little bit paint on this A4, but on this is much more energy, you see. So now how they were defining, how they were trying to think about these waves. Einstein maybe said this, okay? Weinberg mentions it in a book. Frequency, it is 1 second from here to here, but the frequency it is matter, okay? So now this trick, you see, you have different frequency, how the speed of light, it is the same speed of light. If it is going to make like 1 second from here, T1 T0, okay? T1 T2 T0 T1, let's say. Let's say that, see, from here it is a second, you see. So if you can count them 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 big ones and these smaller ones, you see, you will understand that this is much more energy maybe than this. Maybe this is going to have a big energy. Let's make it fat to understand. So I'm telling you, maybe you are laughing, but I'm telling you, all the science is wrong. So in one video I explained to you Einstein and classical mechanics and quantum mechanics in only one video. You see, I made this fact, even though there's few vibrations, 3 vibrations, this many vibrations, but it's a fat line like this. So maybe it's charged much energy. So now these finer ones, the same kind of way. Let's say that this one is exactly like this one. You see, let's say I did not draw it exactly, but this is a fat one and this is a skinny one. You see. So now from T1 to T0 is the same. You see, is the same. Is the same sheet of paper, but now has containing much more energy, one a little bit of energy. But even though the waves, let's say they are looking in geometrical manner the same, you see. So if you catch this point, there's some different frequency per time gives you different kinds of tones of energy. But the geometry of the waves is not going to tell you how it is going to be, because you can have waves that is very charged with energy, although it seems to be it looks the same. Okay, so imagine this one exactly like this one, but a fatter one, so it's going to have much more energy. But you are believing somehow this does not matter. But now you have different ways, all of them made with light, and all of them propagated with the speed of light. So this one, if you stay, it will emit like this and like this, they will not catch each other. They have the speed of light, both of them. And if they were going to be emitted in the same time, they will propagate in the same time. So, but it is something, if it's something strange, if you understand, because the beam of light, not only that goes in this direction 300,000 kilometers per second, okay, but it's undulating like this. So now you add another speed of ondulation. So now if you want to say that from here to here it had 300,000 kilometers per second, now this wave from 300,000 kilometers per second, now this wave 300 kilometers per second, you must understand now there is some problem, because different kinds of vibration per second. So now you are to this direction speed on this axis. You add some another kind of this you see. Imagine your car, it goes in this direction but it bounces like this wrapper, bounces like this, another velocity on this axis. So now you understand that the speed of light you are treating in a wrong manner. In these directions you have 300,000 kilometers per second, but if it's oscillating in that second, that is for coursing with 300 kilometers per second makes another speed. So there's two speed on the speed of light. So what is the speed of light? But it is the speed that it oscillating from here to here, or the trajectory speed. You see. So now if you interdict the oscillation to be only with the speed of light, so now you must treat this route. This route, you see, it is not straight line. This route, if you unwrap it, it is a straight line like this. You see. So now it goes like this, or so I'm telling you some problems with this to understand quantum mechanics. So watch another part from these guys, and nonetheless, how do you appear? I'm talking to you, I teach you stuff, but these guys are not. With this phantas, you see, you have two phantas, and you shoot pions, muons, electrons. So okay, and you will finally not understand it. You watch another part from this guy.
So that was sort of the first insight that Aharonov had discovered, and this was back in the 60s, and it had immediately a significant impact in that people were always asking about what was the nature of the arrow of time. And many physicists assume that it must come from the quantum measurement problem. How is it that the underlying reality, when we talk about the description of a quantum system, the thing that we use to calculate things with great precision, even if we're talking about a single particle, the description that quantum mechanics gives to it is that it's represented by a kind of a wave. Now, not an ordinary wave, like we see classically, an ocean wave or a sound wave, but a wave which represents the likelihood that certain properties of that one particle will show up. So, for example, if you give me this wave for a single particle, and it's represented by something perhaps that might look like something with two humps, and you say, well, let's look at this one little region right here, this part of the wave. That doesn't tell you how much of the particle is there, right? Whenever we look at a particle, it's always just a little dot. It's like a little billiard ball. But if you're asking the description, the mathematical description we give it, that Schrodinger gave it, actually, the Schrodinger wave, this part of the wave over here says not how much the particle is there, it says how likely is the whole particle to be found there. Very, very strange thing in its essence.
Okay, if you watch that, let me show to you a program that you make music. I've told you you have a CD and you write on your CD music with a laser. How you see, if I'm telling you that you write with some ink on your paper, and I've told you with what do you write it on paper? With ink, okay? But if I'm telling you, if you write with laser on a CD, what did you write on CD? Not light. You write light. You understand this? You're a little bit logics, okay? So now you write sounds on CD or your computer with what? With light. So you write light. So you write some frequencies with light with a laser, okay, and you write them on a computer, and now you decode them. You pull them out. You add a light in them. You multiply the same to the speaker. So I'm telling you, the sound is light. So now, but let me show to you another way of visualization of the waves, like in a musical program. But maybe you do not believe that you are tricked with this speed of sound bullshit. But the waves, only the waves propagating waves. But in the waves there are some frequencies like this made with light. Exactly like light does everything. You see, the sound itself is light. This is light. You hear light with your ears. You see light with your eyes. You can touch light. This much more, many tonalities, infinite tonalities. You can taste light. You can smell light. Different kinds of smells. There's light. Light combines everything, like in the world. With this kind of frequency, it's infinite. Some kind of okay. So watch this program. You'll see 5 minutes. Waves. You can see, I can see that almost daily because I compose music, okay, in program. So I can see like how it looks. That's why I understand many things like this. So watch. I'm showing to you this program. You can make music with it. It's a way of visualizing the waves. You see. You can see waves here. You can see them. Look. You see, look. Here you see. So you can see waves here, how they are looking, you see. So it's a way of visualizing a wave, how it is looking. But now let me tell you another thing. You understand that these are stored in the computer with light. So this wave is stored, this kind of sound is stored with light because you write them with light, not with electron, with light. So another kind of wave, you see, that was a round one. You see, this is, you do not believe maybe, but this is a angle. You see, it makes angles. You see. So now, so there are different types. I'm telling you that even square ones. I'm telling you, if you believe me, there are square waves. You can see them, move them like squares. So another one, a combined one with like, you see, angles and sinus, cosinus line. If you see two, so only from this you see that they do not cancel how they are how it is saying. You see, you give these notes. If you understand, I put them together. They're so primitive. The primitive interpretation, they do not cancel the crest, and they do not cancel. If you could not make music, if they will cancel as a primitive, only rarely in through rare equations. So look both waves. Together, as you see, you can see them in the main channel, like always here another way of visualization the waves. You see both of them together. So now you see this description and this description or wave, and they are combined here in this channel. You see, they do not cancel. They do not cancel. And what do I want to tell you? So it is very important, because he lies. So he lies, scientifically lies. Okay. So what I'm telling you, these waves is stored with light in the computer. You pass light through them, and they were going to multiply. You make music with them. So I've told you that the sound is light already. Only a shock wave through the air is like propagated the speed of light. Okay, but of the sound, but the sound is light. So I've showed to you some waves. Okay, they do not add how they are saying. They do not do that. So they are lying. Okay, so waves, I have many. If you want to see, there are some of them are making exactly like cubes. Exactly like cubes. You see, like a piano key. Some of them are making exactly like in a square manner. Believe me, I'll show you from my table how. So this is a big video. You see piano note. Look, all of them together now. You see, but I replaced that. Look, real blast with this one. Look. You see? And I can tell you that I can put many channels. You think an orchestra, if they add a subtract like they here saying, you'll not hear anything. The crest will okay. So okay, maybe I will show this program another time. Okay, if you watch that, I've showed it to you like 5 minutes. Again, how light looks. Okay, so now what is the time for another piece from these guys? Okay, so watch closer to true. This guy, quantum mechanics. So then I will explain to you again.
So one of the big unsolved mysteries of quantum mechanics, another example of its sort of the underpinnings of the whole show, is exactly the dichotomy between the mathematical description, which is a kind of a wave, though much richer kind of wave than we understand classically, and the fact that whenever we look at the particle, it always is like a little billiard ball. And this is famously demonstrated by the double slit experiment, which illustrates this thing called the wave-particle duality or wave-particle paradox. The way the paradox starts out is something that everybody's familiar with. We send one particle towards two open slits, and again, the quantum mechanical description of this particle is given by this wave, its wave function, Schrodinger wave function, and it goes through the two slits. And when it goes through the two slits, it's represented by, again, this single particle is represented by kind of two humps, as you would expect if
A
you sent a
wave.
classical wave towards two slits. In the bathtub, you would see, you know, we have a basic intuition as to the way waves behave. I mean, they can add, they can subtract, they can do all kinds of interesting things together. So that, in fact, happens in the description. However, if we were then to ask, where is that particle? Where is that electron? We never see this beautiful extended wave. We always see a little dot. You know, we put a photographic plate in front of it, and one single dot goes off.
Okay. So now I've told you the light, it is a mixture in everything. Light makes everything. The smells, you see some tonalities of light. You can register, maybe somehow it make a sensor. Nobody thought of this until now. Maybe you see, to make a sensor you register smell in a frequency, because you do not understand what they are, okay? But I'm telling you that is some frequencies like this of light. So you can register smell even. Maybe in some future, if you can add some Mendeleev stuff to the smell and birds and so fire, because I've told you that fire is a separate matter. It is not oxygen or protons, free protons. So now if the smells, you see the many frequencies, not frequency, I don't know, okay, very aspects exactly like this are exactly like this. The smells are also okay. If you are believing somehow, I have here some incense of, you see, cinnamon and vanilla, you see, like you are believing somehow that the vanilla tastes the same way always, like this. So it is going to be a frequency, like this kind of frequency, you know, okay, it's going to be the same, it's going to be like this. So now if you understand fractals, now you understand that the frequency, I know the word, okay, it's like frequency, but you understand, okay? Now the smell, it is less a wave of light, a wave of a packet of Mendeleev like this, and a piece of fire. This is the smell. So now if you understand fractals, you understand like it is a particular way of geometry. It's not only like this. This is, let's say, a fractal. You see, let's say this is the fractal of this smell. Like I've showed you that music on tones, on different kinds of instrument. The fractal of the instrument, if you understand. But the fractal of the instrument is going to be stupid. It's going to be do exactly when it's do is do, re, mi, fa, sol, you see. So the fractal somehow is alive. Is alive somehow. You see, it always changes. It keeps some geometrical ways, and it's changed because although it is not going to be like this vanilla will be smelling the same always, in all the trees, in all the kind of cinnamon, you see, and it will be that's why this Mendeleev is wrong somehow. You see, when you treat the protons, electrons on strata, you are believing somehow they interlock like this, you see, and you are tasting what the surface. Let's say a carbon atom is like this too, and another one is on back like this, like all sides. So now we can make a different kind of taste somehow if you are keeping these protons, electrons like are moving like this, you see. But now if you understand this in fractal manner, it is alive. It is like this, but changes always. So in some margins of it changes always. Only if you are like imbeciles that you make a tone on orchestra, see, and always you register, you duplicate it. It's going to be stupid somehow. So if the main orchestra gives you a tone and you follow it, I can change it like a little bit. You see, a little bit like this, and then all the chords will take on this one and it'll make another way of singing. Another frequency is going to sound like a guitar, but it's going to be, you see, so the guitar itself is somehow alive. It's some, you see, it's not, you are understanding wrong. You must understand this on waves. Because I'm telling you that Schrodinger is false science, but I've told you what we must understand. The energy per frequency, the time wave, T1 from T, you see you have some energy, some frequencies of the wave, and different kind of geometry of waves, and different kinds of fractals of waves, if you understand. This is kind of a fractal, like a fractal wave, you see. So now you can have this fractal small. Let's say this is missing, and you have only this is in the same fractal, you see, in the same fractal, but it will smell like vanilla, but it seems I have something different. These two crests will missing, and this one, you see, so it can be disconnected. Maybe can be disconnected, cut like here, and it's like a pause, like in music. You put a pause, but in the same packet. You understand maybe how much role has the pauses in music. You have different kind of pauses, because in this kind of combination of tonalities, even a pause matters. If you do not understand, so this is why I'm telling you the properties of the waves. Now, how these waves are moving? So now you are believing that it's with the speed of light, but on the sheet of paper there is light, and it's not moving anywhere. It's not moving anywhere. It is right here and it stays static. So there is static light. You hit it with many tones and you register with the speed of light. Let's say it comes here and it makes a copy in that with the speed of light. You see, but here is static, like in your computer. The sound is not jiggling in your computer. Okay, it's stored in a static manner and it's copied, and then it's sent with a frequency with you see on your speaker. And I believe there are so many kinds of so now you must understand another thing. I'll notice this some reverberations. These waves move like this, but some part of it reverberates. It comes back. So now you are believing somehow this makes from T1 from T2 like in 1 second in this direction, but the part of it reverberates, comes back like this. So from the so now how can you define it? How can you define it? In the same time that it goes in, like the part of it comes back. So you see, like this. It makes like this, okay? So another part is baking on this axis, and you see, and then it comes on this axis. So you understand now there's some movement. So one of the waves goes like this, one is reverberating like this, and one is oscillating on this axis, comes back, oscillating on this axis. And all of this is in one wave, is in one wave. So how can you make this quantum mechanics bullshit of yours if you have this? Now let me tell you why Maxwell made 5 equations, if you understand. They are not connected only in logical manner. You discover them, like maybe you can put on light, you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, a list of equations. You connect them, you discover them in a separate manner. You cannot have a single equation because Schrodinger said so. You cannot have it. If you understand, you must put the energy in one equation. The vibration in geometry, my friend, is infinite. How can you put an equation, all the mathematician in this world, to see a single equation and to represent all the geometry, possibilities of geometry? How can you do this? So he lied. You can see, because light makes all these tonalities, all these combinations. So he lied, or he did not knew what it was speaking about. You see, you have all the geometries. Light shows to you all the geometries. Look how many tones of combination. You see some yellow, some red, some, you see, and in single packet with the speed of light, like the frequency comes and you can register in a small manner like this in your phone or your computer. You see many shades, many, you see, so you understand it. So how can you make this in one equation? How can you make it has even the same energy tonalities. Maybe it does not have even the same energies, because the red has some packet of energy, the yellow some packet of energy. So you do not have even the same fractals, the same pocket. They're combined, you see, like this. So now in this primitive manner, adding and subtracting with the crest add and is wrong, okay? Is wrong. What I observed in music, there are some cancellations, and you have another kinds of like the intensity, another properties you do not understand at this hour. Like let's say like ohms. Like ohm, you see, when it passes through different materials, there's some ohm resistance of the materials. Let's say like some amperage, and let's say some watts and volts, if you understand this. So the energy is not like you have energy and you see, and some frequencies of energy per time. You have different kinds of properties also put in light, you see, like if you understand, to make this complex thing. So can you put this in one quick equation? You understand, I've told you that the quantum mechanics is false. Newton and Leibniz, so two equations, false. Chemistry is wrong, if you understand, because this primitive manner done, like protons with electrons orbiting like the planets orbit, even though they do not know how. The protons, electrons, and so on the straight array connecting, and you see, so even the chemistry is wrong. In one video I've told you that I'm telling you that I'm not bragging, they are bragging, the science is wrong, and you cannot do it, and you do not know what is the properties. You see, it is a property riding the wave. Not only the energy, something like the amperage, the voltage, the watts, something has something supplementary. You do not know all the properties of light. You do not know. If you treat it only with energy, see, you cannot put in one equation all the kinds of vibration or geometric and the energies. But if they have 3-4 properties different, like I've told you, like some amperes, some voltage on watts, like this, different kinds of properties. Let's say one is this like this, P1 looks like P2 here, P3, P4. In the same wave, there's 4 different properties, and they are riding the same horse, like the same wave. But they are put here, but in another wave is not containing them. You do not know this at this hour, you are bragging like, so there's some wave, not only the color, tonality, energy of the frequency, different kind of frequency, some properties in there you do not discover. So how can you put this on one equation? You'll make soups, my friend. You'll make soups. You see, so maybe you can make some equation like Maxwell did, so 5 discovered in logical manner, and then you can interconnect them 1, 2, 3 by list, a full list, maybe 24 equations different for light. You see, so because you do not believe this, they do not result in from a single kind of causal type. So you do not believe this because you do not believe that a man can sculpt, and man can weld, work with iron and with wood. So now this is multiple causality from the same rationality. So now you're reducing like a single rationality. You do not understand as many types of rationality. Even Saint Paul says this to God. God has different kinds of reasoning or of wisdoms. They say to understand the many wisdoms of God. So now you are reducing single kind of reductionist mathematical. I've told you that it's monosubstantial kind of thinking. Okay, you single substance think you unite them. So now with this 4 imbecile sign, minus, plus, subtracting and adding, you are believing that you can put this and there add. You see the crest, the waves. Do you put these waves together? you add them. How do you, they are together, but how do you add them? How? With numbers. How? Because this the full geometry may be infinite, my friends. This you do not know. Listen, from T1 through T2 is infinite. In a mathematical manner, from 0 to 1 is infinite. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and tends to infinity equal comes in 1. So now this frequency can be indeed infinite. A single frequency like this is infinite, like this. A single frequency like this. So now only for these waves you might have an infinite way of describing it. So now you make this sum of the from the 0 to infinite. That's bullshit. And then you teach them to children for you themselves to understand this. All the sums from the 0 to infinite, this bullshit. So now if you understood this, you watch another part from this guy, and I will explain to you another piece.
So this is and you might ask, how is it that we know that the correct description of this particle after it goes through the two slits is in fact given by a wave with two humps? Well, later on in time, we measured something called its interference pattern. So these two humps, as they evolve in time, eventually they start overlapping with each other, and as all waves do, we know, sometimes you have two peaks, they add up, so you have this one plus that one ends up being a peak that's that big. If they're opposite, then they end up canceling, and we measure the interference pattern. And so we know that, one particle at a time, even though when that particle later on goes and hits the photographic plate, you see a little dot of light.
Okay, if you watch that, now you understand the light it is in this glass, and it makes the mixture. The electron is missing, and you can see the insides of the outside and the outsides of the insides, because light is showing to you. Light can reject themselves, can be polarized, can be switched on angles. It is magnetism, has energy in it. I believe that it's some ways does not have energy, only it is moving. So it can renounce of energy when maybe into some static manner. So I believe that it is not the speed of light, correct? I believe that maybe could be infinite. Although you see even there's a limit in sound, says that the fast your word is going, you're fast, like it is fast, but it is a limit. But I believe that somehow maybe could be infinite speed. I believe that can vary, is not. I understood it, but I don't have time how to explain to you. So now if you understand what Lego is, it is not like adding the crest and subtract them and you see like this. If you understand what Lego pieces, there's some ways of combinations, like you see have this, only like this they're interlocked. Only like this, they say live long and prosper, okay? Only like this will interact, only like this. They are pulled like this and interlocked only like this. They are catching each other, but only like this. This wave is forcing this wave to still like this, not like this. It is, if they are going together, this one is going like this, is pushing it like this, because occupies the space, is pushing it like this. But, and then another wave, this wave makes them rotate. If you add this wave to these three waves like this, it makes them rotate together when they go. They rotate like this. Okay, so now you see the combination is not like adding in a simple manner. There are many kind of types, so only like Lego pieces, if you understand. And again, if you do not believe in God, you will not discover this, because I've told you a rational mind can make a Lego piece. This one will interlock with this one like this, with this, only like this. Okay, I made them to do like this. Okay, so now you are searching somehow a single way of propagation, like a sinus cosinus propagation like this is stupid in childlike manner. Okay, so now it is not a wonder if you send this to big particle. You see, you have you say you have a spear or an arrow, you throw it in somebody, like it goes through him, okay? What it was, a particle or a spear. It is not a wonder if it is going like this to enter and like a particle. And sometimes it may shortcut the waves themselves. Like when you put them together, because they have energy, it makes short circuit. Like, so you hear them in the microphone. They make short circuit because their energies. And then when they touch each other, if you know, you understand that this wave has electricity and somehow has magnetism also, but and this one does not. But if it does both of them, and when they touch, will make a spark and will jump from them. From this wave they touch, and they combine this crest with this one, and they'll make a spark, and they will go together and will make a spark. You understand? So what is this, the collapse of the wave? You understand? So you do not understand this energy. So when you touch plus minus sign with this, we make a spark, okay? Now let's say that this is flowing like this, and this is flowing like this, and they are meeting like this. It will make a spark, you understand? But now when they interact, maybe they produce three clicks, like the three waves like this will combine themselves and will produce three small packages of energy, and they will give you click, pick, like this in your microphone, sound register. And another part from them will combine and fly away. So now I've told you, they can fly towards you like this, they can fly towards you like this, they can fly towards you like this, they can fly towards you like this. So there's a cone of probabilities, not because they are probable, because they are weird. Okay, so because they are weird. Okay, even some sounds like you cannot hear them, they are in a perpendicular manner. There are sounds like this. Only they are vibrating like this, let's say. So you must incline yourself somehow to hear them, even sounds, if you understand. You cannot hear them only from this part. Not everything is perpendicularly polarized. Okay, so watch another part from these guys, and I will speak more.
If you send many particles, even you do it over 10 years, one particle a week, over 10 years, you see that it forms a pattern that's described as an interference pattern.
So how can you explain that?
Well, that is the big mystery. In fact, famously, one of the great icons of physics, Richard Feynman, said that is a central mystery of quantum mechanics. And on the side, he would tell you, well, he certainly said nobody understands that. And on the side, he would tell you nobody will ever understand it, how it could be so strange. It gets even stranger with two phenomena, which we believe are at the very core, the very deepest part of quantum mechanics. I started off by telling you that the essential difference between quantum theory and classical theory is the nature of the boundary conditions. In quantum mechanics, you can have many independent boundary conditions. In classical physics, you cannot. And one of the big breakthroughs that occurred was a discovery a little over 20 years ago made by Yakir Horono.
So now, my friends, can you put them on one equation? You cannot put them in one equation. You are proud, and these guys were lying. Schrödinger and Einstein, they believe somehow they knew something. But I'm telling you what is the logical truth. It means like in coherent manner, only coherent in your head, in a natural language maybe. You invent some language, it's coherent because you define the truth inside it. So now you are believing this if you know some things, some logics. Okay. So now what I'm telling you supplementary, the hydrogen itself does not has a only wave or like this. So it can take many of these guys. You can charge it, you can polarize it, you can make many things. So another atom like beryllium does not, you cannot put this wave in it. You cannot put it, you not believe this because you not believe that God did this. And you wanted to make like this, to make interconnection. What is a single causal type of thinking? The old philosophers before Christ did this. Everything you reduce it is apeiron. Everything you reduce it is fire. Everything is, you see, this old philosophy, if you know something on this earth, you cannot reduce them on energy, all of them. Some of them they do not have. So this does not contain in energy, my friends, only in a light manner. But even this, in this manner, it is attenuated, it is absorbed. It is wave like this, with fire like this, let's say, like a protons, how we are saying. When you cut this rock, you'll have the color. So you shine light on it, you see response. This color indicates, a color indicates that is light in it. So you cannot deny this. This rock has light in it. It's made with light. It's wave, but it's kept like you see. It is not going to exactly like this table. You see, has fire in it. But until it is going to set it on fire to make some vibration in it, to the fire to be declensionated in some controlled manner, you see. And if you ignited it, here is going to propagate in, it is not going, if you ignite it from many parts, you see. In the same manner, maybe you can discharge the light from it, to break it, to push it like in control manner, if you understand. Then like a fire, then like a fire has some quantity, because you see you cannot obtain much more thermal energy than a limited thermal energy from this table. You set it on fire, have a limited thermal energy. So let's say you put out the light from this rock. It's the same manner that the fire is declensated. You can out some quantity of energy. Maybe you break it, you may fix finer dust, you see, like this. You ignite it at once, it will blow, it will discharge the energy. But you see, in some controlled manner, the energy is kept to zero. You put, but it is energy in this. You do not believe me. You put your voltmeter or your multimeter. You put it is not register, maybe so watts or some. But if you set it on fire, the light you capture it through. Let's say you capture it, the light, with a solar panel or some photosensible photovoltaic piece. Okay. So now you register, you bring it to a wire, you register electricity. But in this manner does not have. In this table does not energy. So the energy itself goes to zero. So it's pushed to zero by some properties that you do not understand at this hour. So this glass will be electroshock if you declensiate all the light from it. This electroshocks you like. You drinking, you'll do like this, okay? So you do not know this stuff, man. You do not know how many waves of pushing the energy to zero there are. How many waves to put the brakes on these waves to minimize it until it's not going to take the energy anymore. And you wave it in matter like this. So can you do this quantum bullshit Schrodinger equation? Realize this nobody understand because this is wrong, okay? But I explained to you how the waves look. This imbecile science not apply in all the stuff. Minus, plus, and multiplied and divided will not. You cannot apply this on all the combination. When this will interlock like this. What minus? Is plus, you add y, you have two hands, y, but if I interlock this with this, I interlock, look, I interlock this with this, look, with my hand. What? You add this spoon with this my hand and you make two objects, y. It's substantial kind of thinking, and you cannot make equation the chemistry shows to you, but the logical implications, okay? And the minimal implication, if you understand, is some chemical compound you put two here, three here, so only that piece can interact. if you understand even this. Okay, so now each of them has many tonalities. If you put copper like this, you see, you see the same chord somehow, the same sound. It's a short demonstration. But now you pour the copper in some combination mixture with some. This is going to have another kinds of tonalities, another kind of frequencies. They can drop some. They can take another ones. They can. You do not know this stuff at this hour. So what is this Mendeleev bullshit? These protons, electrons orbiting. You see, even the straight is telling you that the light has colors, yellow, 7 tones in the rainbow, you see, or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, you see. You can mix with this 7, like with octave, with this 7 days of the week. 7 is very important, okay, minimal stuff. On the piano we have semitones, 5 blacks and 7, so 12. That's why God maybe choose 12, you see, and Jacob have 12 children, like Levi, Judah, Simon, okay, Reuben, God. You see, I'm not against Jews, but these Jews lied. Okay, you see, I know even the names of 12 children of Jacob, okay, so, but this guy lied, okay, Benjamin. Okay, I know, Joseph, okay, I know, you see, I know them. So now, but if you understand, this does not have this frequency, does not have God, and you cannot interact, means must be immune to something. So through this wave will pass, like it will pass without no interaction, like some waves pass through the flesh, but through the bones do not. You see, some waves, and they are waves of light. Some wave, this wave is going to pass. This wave is going to the pass through the flesh, but through the bones, no. You see, so waves of light. This kind of waves make this tonality in drink. You see, so how it is combined the taste here with some lemon and some apple juice. You see, like this, like a simple mixer together only make some homogeneous properties to in the mixture, okay? They distribute themselves per volume, but do not mix in a real manner. They already distributed, or but they're interlocking, or some part interlocking, some part are distributing in the volume per mix. You do not know science, or you do not understood that this science comes from some bragging, fighting with God from 1700, and you are like in reverberation, like you hit some pedals. The dead guys, old guys, they are started. Because then you do not want to know God, you do not know science. And I've told you, so quantum mechanics, you cannot do it. Maybe on light there are many equations, and you do not understand the light can be programmed. God saw the light that is good with the eyes, and you do not take this serious. Eyes God saw the light in this galaxy that is good. So in this manner wants to say to you that it's in this galaxy is programmed how God wanted. Maybe if you discover all the parts of the light, I'm telling you somehow it looks in a fractal manner like a cross. But so if you discover all the properties, you understand is missing something, and it has only in another galaxy somewhere, if it exists, an angel galaxy or something. Okay, so and you cannot understand only when you go there. You cannot understand. You do not know this stuff, man, this stuff. So you are bragging. Can you make for all the interaction in all the Mendeleev 100 atoms, let's say 120? Some of them are invented by them. They were radiating them to make a PhD, like this guy is saying. So watch another part from this guy, and then I will close the video. Okay, after you watch that, you understand these atoms that you are saying undividable, like you do not know from what they are made. There is not a small piece, undividable piece. Maybe there are some fields, maybe they are made from fire, some of them, okay? Maybe, because I've told you, Christ said that the salt is fire, okay? So you do not know this. I'm telling you, one of the matters is light, a very important one. And some energies that not have energies. One is the Mendeleev, one is fire. And I believe this, I've told you in one video that the word is somehow, but I believe there's some another one, a physical one. And word is like in a metaphysical manner. You can see it in light, you can see it everywhere, but you do not know even if you can see it with your eyes, you understand it with your mind. You do not know science at this hour, and you are bragging and you light this planet enough. There's some tonalities like these noble gases, you see krypton, xenon, argon, neon, helium, you see, exactly like this, exactly like a fractal waves of vibration. You pass energy the same frequency and you'll see another kind of geometry on your screen with the same element. So this is what I'm telling you. So some of them like lead do not have some properties. Some of them like cesium have some property. You see, you cannot make microwave with all the elements. You must have a cesium piece or something in the tip of the microwave to, you see, after you circulate the light like this, because it is light, you circulate it electromagnetically like this in a magnetron, you shoot it through some piece, you see, that piece is concentrating the microwave that was invented to improve the radar beam, okay, to catch planes. So now you understand the interaction is made with tonalities and somehow it's infinite. And you cannot catch it because the life somehow, you see, the waves is fluctuating this geometry, but it is alive. This change is something always, not be this whole boring. Like how do you put copper with oxygen, you mix copper oxygen, but even the oxide of copper will taste different if you in different days. If you do not observe this until this hour, you brag that the quantum mechanics made all everything in this world. What it made? Nothing, my friends. And I've told you that the computer is not calculating, because the ultimate refuge is in the computer. The computer makes from physics. Is not. It was an invention. And the computer is old videotape player. In the old manner, you have some remote control, and you can store in some piece to increase the volume. You see, that's the basis of your computer, my friend. And another thing is the videotape. You have many videotapes put small like this, and you have your property to jump from a videotape to a videotape. This is the way, and you combine this not having a physical button. You see, when you charge with electricity to change something, you push and switch, you close and open, you see, you can do this now with a remote. But now they discovered that the finger has some energy and you can switch with this, and it will always, when you push the damn computer, shows to your picture. It's not calculated. It's not. So what is this quantum mechanics? And what is going to do? Because if they are speaking about quantum computers now, they do not know this quantum mechanics. They're teaching it to flunk who they want, they pass who they want. To how I make the PhD? How do I take this PhD? I go this guy and did not like my face, so he flunked me. But he did not know anything. He did not know anything. You see this way? How they are moving with the speed of light. You see roughly the same mass. But now if you can put mass to the light, you can attach mass to it. So some of it you put a little bit of a mass. You do not know this stuff. You are bragging. The boson, they already lied that they find the boson. They are consuming this much money in there, and the letters, particle accelerated. You smash hydrogen protons or what? You manipulate an electromagnetic field that is light. You smash it. You'll find what? I've told you that no particle exists, no anti-particle, even no particle exists. You do not know from what is wave, this reality, okay? Believe me or not, I'm telling you the truth. What I wanted to tell you in original matter, this why how I discover all of this. You listen how these guys are speaking, watch another part. And now you are listening how I am speaking. From where did you learn something? This Fanta, you have this Fanta, you shoot them. I study this even in my philosophy. I study this, if you not believe me, even this bullshit. So you do not understand there's some waves like this. I make like this, bzzz, like cube matter, like this. Bzzz. You can see them on sand. Yes. And exactly like these things when they vibrate. So now how they are, how cubes can move the speed of light. If you are bored, you understand this. Okay, so you is going to be assimilated. So what I want to tell you until at the end, you see our galaxy is a sphere, is not a spiral. Gravity is light, is not attraction. Can attract, can reject, can do many things with it. You see, can a part of it can reject if you go like this. So that's why Maxwell is wrong somehow. You put two waves like this wireless, and some part will reject, some part will attract. So you do not know. But and the resultant will be zero. Will go up together. But they are pushing each other and they are attracting each other. You do not know this, okay? So in this manner I discover all the science is wrong. I discovered then, I studied even Leibniz at my school, and even this the philosophy of physics I studied, okay, and I go the one semester of physics even, but I did not like it. Okay, I did not finish it, but I have a degree on philosophy, and the philosophy I study on this fantasy stuff. You shoot electric, they shoot light, they shoot beams or laser, okay? Electron does not exist and no other particles. So what they are shooting? The light itself, they are shooting light, okay, through some means of electrical matters, okay, they are shooting. You can see experiments done with. So I discovered that the galaxy is a spiral, not a sphere. It is a sphere, is not a spiral, and the spiral galaxies are simply clouds like this. Our galaxy is surrounded by three clouds, black clouds of water. The matter when you do not have light, not emits light. You will not see this table on darkness. So that empty black stuff that you are seeing is normal matter that is not producing light. And the stars are putting clouds like this, Laplace like Napoleon, and for 1300s they are saying that the stars were like our sun. They are not. Few of them are big, but many of them are small. You see, small. And now you are believing if they are like our sun. This must be big distances. The gravity is attraction, okay? It's attraction, okay? So this 100 years, light years like this. You put this ruler like this, 100 years, this. I'm telling you, they can go here with the rocket ship. From Pluto you can reach here, but if you go, it's going to take you 100 years maybe. These galaxies are simply clouds pointed towards, you see, like is this pointed towards inside this, where is the solar system with all the planets. And they are crooked ones, you see, and this is small ones contemporary with us, and they are put like this on the wall. You see like fog, like here, you see like fog, because they are put like in clouds. And they are cold, and they're not burned. You see them through fog even, you see. And this is a star. So they are bigger stars than our sun. This is, but it is a cloud. But this is a cloud somehow. But if you take each, like it's not bigger than the sun. But even this maybe is not Earth-Moon distance, if you understand. Maybe not a second. Because there's no many seconds in this sphere, okay? So we cannot see the universe. This is going to trigger you to understand how they were lying, trusting themselves, and you see this word and you hear this word, experiments were done. You'll be triggered by it in the future to understand the falsified experiments, and you go proud with this. only to make them in the laboratory. They shoot beams so we do not understand what happens, and they bullshit it with this. They falsify experiments and they falsify the common eye view. You see, the stars are put in clouds, and they are saying this is a nursery. This some clouds gather what principle? I've told you, light rejects, attracts, does many things, works together. The cloud, if it is not a polarized, will not attract. It's polarized somehow in a magnetic manner to congeal, because gravity will not attract in 1,000 billion years. The earth will go towards the sun 1 billion trillion years ago. How you are saying the stars are put in cloud, so they are falsifying the obvious what you are seeing with the eyes. You see, they are falsifying experiments. They say they make prediction, all this stupid language. You see, light diminishes. They falsify the common sense and everything. You see, light diminishes with distance. You see, from 500 meters you will not see this. You're going to make a point. So now you falsify this. You make what you want to see, because if you employ this and you show me 100 years, you understand, you'll not see it. If you take the how fast is going to make a point, you do not see. And in 100,000 years old galaxy, you are saying from a center you must grab. You see, so this is a bigger length, it's a smaller length, so gravity acts how it wants. Okay, so now you make an equation spanning 2,000 years. That's the light will go, if you propagate with the speed of light, to go from the center to grab these all the stars. You have an equation spanning 2,000 years, or 50,000 years, 100,000 years. I say the whole galaxy has. You have an equation spanning from one center to the border of this kind of galaxies, spanning 100,000 years. Do you have this, my friends, on paper? Can you do this on paper? You put gravity and a function in 100,000 years when you are. So they falsified the experiments, all this bullshit language that they invented to fight with God. The experiments tells you, the prediction, the science predicts bullshit, and you cannot make it equation, and predicts zero, predicts, my friend. Our galaxy is a small sphere. These galaxies, they are stars, they are not galaxy, a single galaxy you can see. So this universe term, why the Bible says the sky is an earth? Because you cannot see the universe. This universe begins through this black star. This is like a membrane made with clouds and light concentrated, and you must pass through them to see how the universe looks. And then you'll send another guy, you'll see, and then you'll light again 1,000 years this to fight with God. All the children, you'll light them with experiments told us. We calculated at the decimal place how the Feynman said. We calculated. How is this a square root of the, you multiply and subtract this way? Is with the square root of multiplying and subtracting, add this with what? When you are proud, my friends, this is the way you are, and that's why you do not know how to go from the 70s when they go on the moon, the mission, and because you are teaching at the schools wrong things and false things, okay? And these children learn nothing. The rockets were made blowing fire at the S of the rocket, okay? They polarize somehow the air, and not only the force, pure force is polarizing the air and make some charge. The light, the fire wants to go in this direction on the fields of the earth, and you push it against the will of the fire, and so it's against to gives to you some energy of portal like this. And they do not do this, and they do not this with so how quanta move, my friends? How they are moving with no mass. Maybe so you can attach some mass on the light on some occasions. You can intersect it, you can create mass, because when you wave it, it takes mass with fire, some it does not have, because in some field it hits it itself and it attracts it, how the quantity of light that is waved in this rock everything is done with energy, with decreasing, increasing of energy, of frequencies. You do not have the right languages of this hour, okay? So we can go to the stars, we can colonize the moon, but not with these lies. And if you do not want, and the planets, they're waiting for us. There are these many satellites, 100 and something at Jupiter, Uranus, like bigger than all the islands on the earth and the earth itself. So, but when you are lying this, and when we will catch you, you'll see how this were lying. Okay, if you understood, I made a few videos on quantum mechanics. You pull them together, you understand. The smell itself, the touch is like some vibration, frequency, live one like this, and the taste the same, and the sound is light. I've told you. Okay, goodbye, God bless. This is the way I make the videos. I combine with other videos to see who is teaching you something, from where do you take something. Okay, goodbye, God bless. Like, share and subscribe. I hurry up to upload these videos, and then you'll see. Okay, like, share and subscribe if you want. We can go to the stars, man. You do not understand, they are tricking you, and I'm telling you the good news. We can go now on the Venus planet, the Russian light, this ideal conditions on Mars. Now we can do this wonderful thing. We can make a colony on the moon, but with these lies and these cowards and lies and fight with gods, with God, you'll not go, and they will arrest you and go in prisons, and they'll bullshit you, and zero science, and you are wondering why they're shooting school. Okay, goodbye, God bless. Okay, like, share and subscribe. We can go to the stars, man. The stars are close. We can go and colonize the planet. The science is wrong, 99% of it. In done invention engineering manner. This is what I want, all I wanted to tell you. Okay, goodbye, like, share and subscribe.